Hey, Bruce Naylor here, aka Frugal Tech, and I think Google just handed Apple a thorough trouncing when it comes to their iCloud service. And if you were paying attention to Google I/O, or if you were not, one of the, I think, most exciting products that Google has released in a long time is the new Google Photos. And I just want to talk about that briefly. So Google Photos basically allows you unlimited uploading of your photos and movies to the cloud free, absolutely free. Now there are limitations. One, the photos can be no more than 16 megapixel photos, and secondly, the videos can't be more than 1080p videos, and I believe they permit 60 frames per second on those videos. This is absolutely free, and this is a service that's absolutely and desperately needed by so many consumers out there. Now, if you require something a little bit more sophisticated, you know, you're doing higher resolution images, you're maybe experimenting with 4K video, well, you get 15 gigabytes of storage on Google Drive for free, but then you gotta pay. But let's talk about that just for a second. First off, I believe that 16 megapixel photos are going to be more than adequate for your average consumer. Really, you need to be a photographer or at least an enthusiast before you really require much more, as you can get a decent printout of an 8 megapixel camera. As a matter of fact, when you're shooting 4K and you want to take a still, get an 8 megapixel photo, which is suitable for printing. When we talk about the price of iCloud right now, basically, I think when you get an iCloud account, you get 5 gigabytes of storage free, and then you start buying, there's a 20 gigabyte account, which is 99 cents a month, or we'll round it off, say $12 a year. There's a 20 gigabyte account for, or I'm sorry, there's a 200 gigabyte account for $48 a year, and then a 1 terabyte account for $240 a year. The Apple tax, right? I mean, that's just crazy expensive for a whole lot of families. That's just, to me, nutty, insane in pricing. Okay, so with iCloud, you can sync your calendar, your contacts, your email, your documents, your photos, your movies. It's kind of like an all-in-one sort of solution for syncing with both mobile devices and your Mac as well. It's also available for PC. However, there's nothing there that you can't really replicate in the Google world for a whole lot cheaper. For your calendar, contacts, email, and that, there's Gmail. So you have all those features there for free with Gmail. And of course, you have Google Drive, which gives you 15 gigabytes of storage, all for free. Not have to pay a penny. That's like 3 times the storage iCloud even offers at the free level, which, again, the Apple tax thing is just ridiculously overpriced. So the Google pricing for their service is 15 gigabytes for free. Then you go $24 for 100 gigabytes, which is equivalent with what Apple is charging for 200 gigs at $48 a year. So they're on par there. But then the big difference is a terabyte of storage on Google Drive is only $120 for a terabyte versus the $240 that Apple's going to have. Well, I personally have around 40 gigabytes of photos and home videos right now that I need to get uploaded. Now, I've already put the Google Photos app on my iPad, which I am selling, by the way, to get a Surface Pro 3, put it on my iPhone. And I also use the web app, which allows you to download a desktop app for your Mac, your PC. That will you'll tell it what folders you want to use, and it will then find the photos in those folders and upload them to Google Google Photos. The one thing that it doesn't do at this point in time is if you're using iPhoto or the Apple Photos app, is go into that container and into those libraries and upload those photos. I would imagine somebody will make a tool or utility that will do that somewhere in the future if you want to continue to use both, let's say. As far as the app is concerned, really, really nicely done. Very powerful. Here's one of, I think, the cool features about the Photos app, and that is search. Because what Google is doing is they're using computer vision, if you will, to actually look at the photo and identify the various elements, buildings, cars, cats, whatever, and allow you to search on that without you having to do anything at all. It also, of course, automatically looks at and categorizes the various metadata of the photo as well. As far as editing goes on the application, it's very, very basic. And really just for editing on the fly. Of course, it includes the basic sharing functions to Twitter, Facebook, that sort of thing. So it's really not an editor. And if you really want to clean up your photographs, you're going to have an editing program like Picasa or Photoshop or something like that. And then you're going to put the finished product into a folder that will sync with Google as well. But here's my whole point of making this video. And that is that Google has just schooled Apple in its outrageous pricing by offering consumers something they desperately need, they want, at a price everybody can afford. And it benefits Google because this is going to help their computer learning, computer vision. That's what I think part of this is about. Them being an advertising company, I hope that they're not using the metadata to present ads to us based on our geolocation of our photos, but they might. But you have that option to turn that off, at least on shared photos. But there's something in it for Google, obviously, or they wouldn't offer. No such thing as a free lunch, right? But I really think this is a brilliant way for Google to teach its computers how to see and understand better what they're looking at. I just think this is a killer application, the Photos app that you must have on your Android or your iOS device. And as far as the iCloud pricing, I can replicate the iCloud services for absolutely free by using a combination of Gmail and Google Drive and Google Photos. I'd like to hear your opinions in the comments down below. You think Apple can continue to justify these high prices for their storage after this from Google? I want to know. I want your opinion down below. I'll talk to you later.